All right, this is going to be a lesson on Imagine by John Lennon. Has a C chord, little riff to get started. Okay, and there's a few different ways to do this. So this C chord is going to be like a 5 and a 5 on the G string and B string and a 3 on the little E string. And we're going to do like a chord, like the top two notes to that lower note. We do that 3 times. Now this up here is like an 8 and a 7. That'd be from kind of like a C major 7 chord like that. But we're just going to try to do the 8 and 7 to that 5 bass again. So. And if that one's a tough one to reach, just do the 8 and 7 and kind of don't play that note where it would be. Just kind of hold that a little extra. So. And then we get an F chord here, which is like a D shape on the 5th fret. And at the end of that, we got 1 and 2 and 3, and we're going to have a little riff. 5, 6, 7, and it also could be 2, 3, 4 down here in the G. So once again. Okay, so the intro is that twice. Now there's also another way to play this C chord, 10, 9, and 8 up here on the biggest strings. So you'd be like the 9 and 8 to that lower one. And then you still hit that 8, 7. And if you can, you'd hit that as the last bass note before you go to the F. So we got 2 different ways of hitting that little chromatic riff. 5, 6, 7, or 2, 3, 4. And we got a couple ways of doing our C chord, like this one or like that one. So I kind of chose this one for the tab. And like I say, if you can't get that one going, it's kind of a stretch there. Just play the chord. Let that ring out for a full beat instead of just a half a beat, with this being the other half. So like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and. Okay, so let's say now we're on the verse. So 2 times of that for the intro, and then the verse would begin. Second time. We're gonna have 4 of these. Now this 4th one, just do that F chord thing 4 times instead of having that riff at the end. So we got. And now we have our next part, the change. It's F major 7, 3, 2, 1, and open. We're going to start on the bass note, then go to the G string, and then hit those 2 notes on the bottom back to the G string. And then we're going to switch the chord to an A minor, has an E bass, and a D minor. And each one of these has that same picking thing. It's like 4th string, 3rd, and then 1st and 2nd at the same time, back to the 3rd. So we got. Now here it's kind of a D minor 7 chord, but we're going to just kind of go 1, 2, 1, 2. So 1 on the 2nd string, 2 on the 3rd string. So let's look at that again. And then we have a G chord, 5, 4, and 3. We're going to hit the 4 and the 3, and then the 5. So we have 3 sets of that. Then we're coming down here. It looks like kind of a bottom of a C chord. Open on a 1 to the open there. And then they call that a G11 in the tab I saw. So we got G 3 times. And that's a G7, so it's open 3 and 1 on the bottom. So we got. And then he's like, aha, he goes to that high thing, and that would be 12 and 15. And then 12, 10, and 8. That's his little vocal thing there. So. Now once you hit that 8, that would be the beginning of a new verse. So if you're going to play that thing, and 2 and 3 and 4, you got to figure you already missed the first beat of that. Or you'd have to go and get right into it. So this would be the 2nd verse. So it's 4 more sets of this thing. fourth one doesn't have that riff. And then we're gonna get into this thing again. It's like, yoo-hoo. And now this one is gonna begin the chorus walk up. So we have a full F here. We got the 3, 2, 1, 1. We're gonna do the top 3 notes, the highest 3 notes, down to the bass note. 2 sets of that, and then up to the G, same thing. And then we have our C down here. We're doing the 2 little strings. And then we're going to this thing. Now instead of F here, we're going to E here. And we have a little 2-note thing at the end. 3, 5 there. So that's gonna be F, G, C, C major 7, and then E, 3, 5. We do that 3 times. F, G. Now we have a little riff. We would just kind of hit a C, and at the end of the song, we're gonna hit a C, and that's gonna be it after that last little thing. But what we have here is we have a little riff. A little piano riff that kind of just sets up the new verse. So it's going to be 5 and 8. Those are both C notes. So 5 on the G string, 8 on the little E. And then we have a D to that high C. And then we have an A to the high C. And then we have a B. So it's C, D, A, B. Let's look at that one more time. We got 5, 8. And then 7, 8. Same string on the 7. And then bigger string 7. Each time, same high note. Then we have the 4th fret of the G string. So we got. And then we're new verse. Here, do that other way. Again, we hang on the F, then we're gonna go to this F major 7 thing, A minor, D minor, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, and then G, that G11 to G7, and then we got the, now this one we start the F walk up again, chorus, G, and then C, C major 7 to E, 3, 5, again, you can just do that and don't worry about the lower note. This will be the 3rd time. And then the last time, F, G, and C. Song's over. Okay, so let's take a quick look at some of those things again. That's your main riff. You could also play it like this. You could also play that note lower. Then we get into the change. We got the F major 7. And this is gonna be the same picking for each one of these. We got big string, 3rd string, and then the chord down here at the bottom, back to the 3rd string. Then we got A minor. We got D minor. And then we're doing this 1, 2, 1, 2, 2nd string to 3rd string a couple times. Then we got our G, which is 5, 4, and 3. 3 sets. And then this looks like a C. They call it a G11. And then G7. I suppose we could hit the big one on that too for a G7. And then we got the, once again, that was 12 and 15. And then 12, 10, and 8. So you would have more verses, then you would have that again, and then we're gonna have the chorus, which is walking up F to G. And then C, C major 7, and E this time. 3, 5. First time in the song, we're going to have more verses still, so we're going to have this riff to like connect them. And once again, that was 5 to 8 and a little one. The 5 is on the G. Then 7, and then big string 7 down to the G string 4. So it's C, B, A, B, and then we start a new verse. And again, 4 times of that. Let's say this is the 4th time. Stay on this little chord thing, no riff at the end, and then we're gonna have the walking. And that begins the new walk up, the chorus. E, 3, 5. Do 3 sets of this. And at the end of the song, we got the F to G and C. All right, so check out the tab on this. Imagine by John Lennon, one of the great songs of all time. Why can't we all just get along? One of those types of things. And thanks for watching Damon's Baritone Uke joint. Catch you all on the flip side. Peace out.